Hey team, we've looked at entering safely, we've looked at exiting safely, now let's have a look at punching safely. Let's go! Hey guys, welcome back to the Sweet Science. I apologise for the lack of uploads in the last 2 weeks. I've slipped a disc in my back, I'm on the road to recovery, it's still not quite right. So this will probably be a slower video. However, I'd like to tell you how I've done it. I should tell you a story about how I got carjacked and I had to fight off 50 men, blah, blah, blah. Here's a surefire sign you're getting old. I was putting my shoes on and I slipped the disc. Yay me. And it's been a very, very painful 2 weeks. But anyway, punching safely. So have a little look at a few strategies that you can employ to make you as safe as possible whilst you're letting your hands go. So let's look at the jab cross, a safe way to throw that. Firstly, I put something out in the community section of this channel, just apologising for what happened, and I got some lovely heartfelt comments about get well soon and all that sort of thing. So shout out to all you guys who sent me a message saying, we'll be here when you get back and get well soon, coach. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Right, so in the beginning of your boxing journey, everyone tells you about your non-punching hand should be on your chin, which it should. So when we first start learning a jab cross, I'll do it from an orthodox perspective, and just bear in mind, I can't rotate very well at the moment. So you'd have your non-punching hand on your chin, and you'd throw your jab, and then you throw your cross, that hand comes back to your chin, your elbows are tight. That's fine. There should be a full rotation, I understand that. I haven't quite got that full rotation. That's absolutely fine, 100%. Jab, cross, southpaw position, jab, cross, my elbows are tight, that one nipped, elbows tight, my non-punch hands on my chin. However, for throwing jabs and crosses, they're straight line punches, you're going to be expecting long range punches back again. A safer thing to do on your jab is not have this hand here. Always think about what your non-punching hand is doing, okay? So if I'm throwing a jab, there could very easily be, particularly orthodox, there could be a jab coming back down the line. Now if I just take this hand out slightly, I know I wouldn't be there, but just so you can see, I'm open. Yeah, I could be right tucked in tight here. Elbow right up to the chin from here, but there's still a little bit of an open. Take your non-punching hand and just place it in front of your chin. Yeah, so you're here, when you throw that jab, you've got a good stable position, good boxing stance, toe heel line, knees bent, feet 45 degrees, hand up, chin down, elbows down. Instead of this, there is always this little tiny opening. That hand just comes out to the front there. But I could do it moving. I'm a little bit tight when I'm moving at the moment. This hand, take this out of the way, just comes here. Just in case there's something come down the line. When you're doing your cross, so we'll talk about the jab cross. This is just a theory. It's worked well for me in the years, okay? So I'm doing my jab and then my cross from here. Yes, I could fully get that shoulder up, which is also a safety point of view. There's no reason why you can't put that hand in front of the chin again. So instead of jab, cross, we get jab, cross. It keeps you safer. And it's a good way to practice on the bag, so let's have a quick look. Old school bag gloves. Look out for a video coming soon why you should use these very basic gloves only if you're an advanced person. That's a different video coming up soon. So, again, when we first start, we tend to emphasize power over technique. We've all been there, we've all done it. And this is not going to be powerful, but it's kind of, and hands drop all over the place. Concentrate on what you're doing. Start thinking about your non-punching hand placement instead of, remember, I guarantee some of you, if you've done this in the past, maybe a bit further in the journey, put it in the comment, let me know, yeah, I done that. When you've thrown your jab and your hands come down here, if I do that southpaw, hands come down here instead of back. We've all done it, okay? Think about what your non-placement hand is doing. So, have a little practice at popping that jab and turning that hand, this hand, over here. Yeah, it's by your chin. But, yeah, if something comes round from the flank, it's fairly easy to catch. Yeah, it's here. But rather than here getting caught with one, then getting caught with two because it took your head out of the guard. So, no emphasis on power. Just sit here. See how that hand's just turning over? Putting that into a jab cross. Same what we just spoke about just now when we were going through the drill and shadow box. Hand comes back to my chin from here. And that also helps me get my head off line slightly as well. So we get, I'm making sure I'm pulling that hand back to my chin. If I do it on the southpaw position, left hand's covering my chin, right hand's covering my chin. See that? Now I'm not leaving my hand out there and not retracting. I was doing it so you could see that more often. So instead of just jab, cross, which there's nothing wrong with that, but you are leaving a gap. It's not as safe as jab, cross from there. There is a difference. Have a practice at that, guys. So there's a lot of emphasis on what your punching hand is doing in the beginning as well. A nice little drill that you can work on just to make sure that you are working your non-punching hand. If you've not seen the video on how to do the up jab or the slip jab, then I'll leave a link in the description below. But from an orthodox point of view, if I wanted to throw a normal jab followed by an up jab, this is going to be a little bit painful, so I'll do it slowly. A good drill to do is make sure you're putting that hand in front of your chin when you throw the normal jab. I'm going to slip to the outside, that hand then comes up, covers my chin, and then throw the up jab here, because I could be expecting something from my lead flank. So instead of getting this, where I'm not doing anything with my rear hand, you get hand movement, hand placement, hand placement, hand placement. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, southpaw is exactly the same thing. Hands by my chin, that hand covers the chin on the first punch. As I make my outside slip, the hand almost stays where it is, and I kind of put my head around the other side of it for added protection. Jab, 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 jab. It's something for you to think about. Spend some time concentrating on what your non-punching hand is doing, whether you're flaring your elbows. Other common ones are flaring elbows in here, nothing's nice and tight. Take a look in the mirror, see what your non-punching hand is doing. Keep yourself nice and protected at all times. You have to remain defensively responsible or you're going to get attacked. So we all know where our non-punching hand should be on a hook, and we all know some of the most common problems when we throw a lead hook, particularly after a straight back hand, is that hand comes down here. Everyone does it. Look in the pro ranks. Look at some of the best fighters in the world. You'll see it happen because this hand overpowers and drops down here and they throw the hook. It happens. Okay, so we all know that should be there. So I'm not going to talk about that. Here's a couple of options to work on the inside with your hand placement. Remember, this is a video about staying safe while you punch. Again, it's to do with your backhand placement, but in this instant, we're going to talk about how that should be to prevent potential incoming punches. We're going to talk about a body shot followed by a hook to the head, because you have to concentrate on what the non-punching hand is doing. So from an orthodox point of view, yes, again, this will not be the best demonstration because of my back, but yes, we need to slip to the outside. However you've done that, whether you've thrown a backhand to get to this liver shot, whether you've slipped an incoming punch to get to this liver shot, however you've done it. How we normally do it, and again, there's nothing wrong with it. How we normally do it is slip or off the punch, and then that comes back to the chin, and this hand stays here, or comes back to the chin. Great, fantastic, brilliant. However, the likely incoming punch off their counter-attack is an uppercut. Likely, it could be a hook, I know. This is a bit of a 50-50. Because if I come here, non-punching hand, and protect myself from that potential uppercut, oh, that hurt. Yes, there could be a hook coming. So, what do we want to do? Come up a bit further. But, to protect ourselves from both sides. Yes, that does leave the body open. I understand that. There's no way that we can be completely 100% impregnable from someone's attack. However, jab, punching hand, non-punching hand on the chin, slip, uppercut to the body, sorry, hook to the body, and then as I recoil from my hook to the head, that comes back to the side. So this is a completely non-punching hand drill. Emphasize no power when you do it on the back. Non-punching hand, front of the face. As I'm making the slip, it transitions. As I throw the hook to the body, potential catch of the uppercut from there. As I'm rotating back, comes back to the chin. Too many people emphasize power and it just becomes a bit of a meat-seeking missile fest. Okay? Non-punching hand. Bump, bump, bump. From there, I have to understand what my defense is doing. Yeah? Southpaw. Non-punching hand. Non-punching hand. Non-punching hand. So this is a great drill for you to work on the bag. So let's have a look. You could, of course, just work this off the inside and don't do the jab to begin with. And to do that, I would just be closer. Remember, you can adopt a more square stance on the inside. Not completely square, but you don't want to be completely bladed either. And that would just be a case of being here. As I throw that body shot, boom, that hand's protected. And as I come back round for the hook, that hand's protected. If I'm working the other side, this hand's protecting. This hand's protected. So that's one way you can work this little drill. Just be on the inside a tiny bit. Yeah, make sure you know what your non-punching hand is doing. But, full drill. I apologise again for this being a little bit not up to my usual speed. You can probably see it's hurting already. So, instead of just watch for the comments, bow and arrowing, dropping that hand before you throw it, make sure you're nice and correct. Non-punching hand in front of the face. As I go out to the outside, cover, protect, cover, protect. If you mix this with the videos that we've done about entering safely and exiting safely, now we're punching safely as well. This will improve your boxing no end. Okay? That nipped. Terrible, terrible. Yeah. Work your jab, non-punching hand in front of the face. Think about what your non-punching hand is doing, and I guarantee it's going to tighten up your defense. Punching safely is all about how you enter, what you do with your non-punching hand, and how you string that together with your combinations and your exits. So don't forget a little bit of head movement on the end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chain the entering safely, the exiting safely, and the punching safely videos together at some point and make a compilation for you. So it's all in one place. Again, apologies, I'm not on my best form. Okay, this has been a struggle just to get through this. But I don't like not doing something for you guys, and you've been so nice in the comments about me being injured. So again, heartfelt thanks to you guys. Practice that. Take the emphasis off of power. Think about what your non-punching hand is doing while you're throwing your shots. Because a lot of the times, you'll find, if you're just emphasizing power, you'll find that you're throwing your first punch, maybe a second punch, and this hand is around here, and you kind of get this sort of thing happening, okay? The worst case scenario is people bow and arrow like this. They pull that hand away because then they upload this one and try to throw that one comes down here. It's not good, okay? Take some time to think about what you're doing to remain safe behind that punch, yeah? It's what this hand is doing as well as what this hand is doing. It's not just throwing something as hard as you can. So, enter safely, what you're doing whilst you're attacking and how you're exiting as well is going to keep you as safe as possible. Appreciate your patience, guys. Have a go at that. Train safe, train hard, train consistently, and I'll see you next time.